Saltwater tanks are awesome, and I've already proved it in my last video about saltwater tank. I mean, come on, who can resist looking at a bright and colorful saltwater tank complete with corals and colorful fish too? And honestly, it's definitely more eye-catching than freshwater tanks, especially for kids. You don't need to bring them to oceanarium every week and pay for the overpriced ticket. Just bring the oceanarium home. But here's the truth. As fun and amusing saltwater tanks are, switching from freshwater to saltwater isn't like flipping a coin, but it's more like switching from riding a motorbike to controlling full-size airplane. When you switch from freshwater to saltwater, there's gonna be some challenges that you might face that may make some of you think, I think I'll be better off with just a baby shark plush. But let's clear things out. I'm not making this video to prevent you from trying saltwater tank. I'm just making this video for your consideration before you're really sure to try a saltwater tank. And there are 5 challenges you're gonna face if you wanna try a saltwater tank. Wanna know what those challenges are? This is Taj Mahal Aquatics, and here are 5 challenges you're gonna face when trying a saltwater tank. The first challenge you have to know when considering trying a saltwater tank is the maintenance for the saltwater tank. It's not technically that difficult than freshwater, but it does require more work than freshwater. Unlike with freshwater, there are more things you need to monitor with saltwater tank, like maintaining the water salinity, paying more attention with the temperature, or spending more time with the equipment maintenance. And not only that, doing maintenance in a saltwater tank takes more time than freshwater, as like I said before, you have a lot more to work on. And this is also the reason why saltwater tank is not for someone who's new to fish keeping. The maintenance requires more work and also time consuming, which is why saltwater tanks aren't the best starting point for rookies. Handling a saltwater tank for beginners is like forcing someone to race an F1 car but have no experience in karting or junior racing series or even sim racing. And that's one challenge you are gonna face with saltwater tanks. But for those of you who've already gone from freshwater to saltwater, how challenging is it? Tell me in the comments. I'm really curious about your experience. The second challenge is what makes your wallet cry for help, and that is with the budget. Saltwater tanks are more expensive, but what makes it expensive? The setup, the fish, or the maintenance? Everything. From the tank setup, lighting, salt mix, to the fish themselves. Everything costs more money than freshwater. Sure, it can be cheaper than a weekly trip to oceanarium, but bringing that oceanarium to your home comes with a premium price tag. But once you set it up, the maintenance cost shouldn't be that much higher than a freshwater tank. But still, bringing that oceanarium vibe to your home still comes with a premium price, even if you live nearby the sea. Don't you think you can just scoop the water from the beach? Shoreline water are trash, especially if you live in Sunda Klapa area. And if you still want to steal a seawater for your tank, have fun finding a boat to take you to the middle of the sea. And did you know that saltwater is not that friendly to aquarium equipment? Yeah, that's not a hoax. It corrodes faster than your motivation in Monday morning. So don't be surprised if you need to replace your equipment more often. And that's also where your wallet gonna cry for help. And that's another challenge of saltwater tank you're gonna face. Yeah, sure, you don't need a weekly trip to oceanarium, but have fun with the premium price to bring that oceanarium to your home. Next challenge you face with saltwater tank is with the inhabitant itself. Yeah, sure, saltwater fish and other saltwater inhabitant is much more eye-catching and gorgeous until you realize that they are not as strong as freshwater fish. Sure, there are some hardy fish or other inhabitant in saltwater, but if you compare it with hardy freshwater fish like the African cichlid for instance that can stand a pH of 9, they are not definitely as hardy as them. They are not so great when the water conditions are a bit off, and if you miss the water parameter just a bit, then expect them to go dramatic instantly. And since ocean environment are naturally stable, you have to keep an eye more on the water parameter when keeping a saltwater tank. And that is another challenge you're gonna face when you try a saltwater tank. Saltwater fish are not as forgiving as freshwater fish. You cannot skip a water test and delay maintenance, and maybe at some moment, you might have been more grateful for only having a baby shark toy than a literal saltwater tank. If you are too lazy to check your water parameter, this is the moment you wanna forget to try the saltwater tank, as the next challenge of saltwater tank is a much more trickier water parameter. Why is it trickier? There are more things you have to measure and maintain. And here's where things get a bit more technical. If you think checking and maintaining ammonia and nitrate in freshwater tanks is already a hassle, wait till you try a saltwater tank. In freshwater tank, you may track a few things like pH, ammonia, nitrite, nitrate, and general and carbonate hardness. In saltwater tank, you have a lot more on your list, like salinity, calcium, magnesium, and even phosphate. And basically, you have a lot more to measure and maintain. And knowing that saltwater inhabitants are slightly weaker than freshwater fish, which means there's no room for error, these extra parameters are essential, especially for corals and invertebrates. So yeah, that's another challenge you're gonna face if you wanna try a saltwater tank, as maintaining the water parameter is more of a science project. And finally, the last challenge you're gonna face when trying a saltwater tank is the time to master the tank. Saltwater tank is about patience and consistency, just like with freshwater tanks. You may be ready to face all of the previous challenge with these tanks, but you will not master it in a week or even a month. You may go through ups and downs, trials and errors, and that's completely normal. You just need time to learn about maintaining it and making it great. And that is the fun part. Imagine it like leveling up in a game. You will definitely face challenges here and there, but once you've gone through it, it feels amazing. And having a great reef tank is not an overnight process, but it's a journey that takes patience and consistency. And you don't have to be perfect at first, but you have to be consistent, and patient is the key of having a successful saltwater tank. So take your time and be patient. You are not just keeping a tank, but you are building a marine ecosystem in your home. So be patient and stay consistent and learn more so you can master the world of saltwater tanks. And for those of you who already keep saltwater tanks, how long did it take for you to master your tank? Share your story in the comments. I really want to know about your story with saltwater tanks. there you have it. 5 challenges you'll face when trying a saltwater tank. Sure, it is more fun and more stunning, but it's not as simple as stealing some water from the beach and adding some fish. There are some care difficulties you might not be familiar with when keeping a freshwater tank, and you have more to work on. And of course, the reason I made this video is not to prevent you from trying a saltwater tank, but to help you prepare yourself to really switch to saltwater. Because once you know what you are getting into, you have some time to prepare for it. And that wraps up this video, and are you ready to dive into the world of saltwater tanks? Let me know in the comment section below, and give this video a thumbs up if you like this video, and share this video to your friends that want to know more about saltwater tanks. Subscribe this channel if you want to see more fun fish content, as there will be more in the future. Thanks for watching my aquatic friends, and have a wonderful aquatic life. See you next time.